Hey guys, it's Deekaron, but now my name's DJ. I'm here with the Weevil. Say hi, Weevil.
Hi.
Now, we're able to talk about what it's been like being DM for both of us. Now, the Weevil, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've been a DM for the last 2 3 years. Weevil?
Yes, actually. Um, this wasn't my first campaign, and it won't be my last.
Yeah,
But I actually used Dungeons and Dragons to help me weave the story of intergalactic space garbage to a certain point, because I decided that the main character of my book needed friends, and I didn't know how to go about it at this point because my friends could make characters, sure, but it was fun to pick them, let them pick bits and pieces about who they were and do the role playing so that I could come up with some interesting ideas for book two off of what had actually happened. It might not happen the way it happened in the campaign, but in the book, there may be references to it, and obviously the characters will be there.
yeah. Now, I would say, for me, I began DMing back in June of this year, which, if you want to just individual, it's 2025. And, well, I would like the Weevil tell Weevil, I was the first time that I DM because
I will say it out loud then, because you were going to ask me anyway. But in our chat on the side, I made sure to let him know while I was muted that you would not know that by the way he DMs. Because sorry, I'm also feeling a little under the weather at the moment, but besides the point. Anyway, so the first few challenges were really confusing. Because they seemed like they were going to be really difficult, but they weren't like at all. Like I'm talking like a dragon for like the first encounter. Like let's talk about that. First of all, what the fuck? Second of all, why the fuck is it not as powerful as it should be? And number three, what else are we walking into? Because this was a very interesting way to start it. And I was thrown off because that's never actually happened to me before prior.
now, please remember this was my first time. No experience, and at the time, I have only played about like 2, maybe 3 sessions in total. So I
Well, it
was
wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be a one shot, but then me and Billy opened the door to find out what was behind the freaking
no
door.
evil. What
What?
I'm talking about is I played D&D before I tried to be a DM.
Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad. I thought you were talking about how long yours was lasting for a brief second because, again,
No,
it
I
was supposed to
mean,
be a one shot, but that ended up lasting 3 sessions because me and Billy chickened out on the last. Like, we saw the first few dragons, we were like, oh, this is easy. And then we get to the last one, we're like, I think this kid is fine without magic. Let's leave and come back.
yeah. No, I think for being a first time DM, I made it a challenge for my player with increasing difficulty the follow they learned.
It was a good challenge, though. It was unique in that way because, at least for me, because again, I haven't started a lot of campaigns like that. And usually, if they do start, the dragon's like leaving behind destruction. You're not fighting a dragon. But I think it went really well, despite me having to come back. But
Hmm.
it was very good for your first one. I actually really, really enjoyed that.
Yeah, and after that, I haven't done my own one, so it's that, well, at this point, I'm sure you could call that like a micro campaign.
Well, so basically, what's happening, I think what you're referring to is my not departure, but my kind of separation from DMing for a little while, starting after Christmas. Is that what you're talking about?
No, no, I'm still talking about just past summer.
Oh, yeah. You did really well, though, each time you did it.
Yeah, now I do play with the weevil in whole campaign that we're doing, right now.
Hmm.
He has opened up to, to me being a somewhat co-DM, I would say. Would you agree?
Yeah, we kind of go over like what I basically because it's my universe, how we kind of handle that is say like I have a lot to do and I can't get to the writing for some reason, which I try to get into it very next day, bang it out, get it out of the way so that we can finish what we're doing like right now, or like the podcast or whatever else it is that we're working on. But yeah, so DJ fills in on those days and he asks for specifics about what is to come for them and he builds a campaign based or not a campaign but a session based off of what I already have going and I kind of like it's kind of like writing letters. You go back and forth.
Yep. Now, you hit that there's and I'm gonna go into it, but the weevil who is wanting to take a hiatus of after the holiday for, for a few months. Yes,
Yeah, so basically we have a plan for this to make it work because we are connecting both storylines for different reasons. So from his writings and mine. So we're gonna basically send these characters to different bodies in an entirely different universe. They don't really get to pick who they are either. It kind of
yeah,
just happens. So they kind of awaken in, this realm and they're like, this is fucked. And they're sharing a body with the host, and they cannot always control when they are in and out of like their consciousness, if that makes sense.
yeah, it does.
It's going to be a problem.
I
So they're
mean,
constantly switching out personalities without having to try because they can't control it.
yeah, but you know, that's just how they get to my evil. The whole reason for them going there is, and okay, if you listen to a podcast, you know about the Candle, the sequel. That's me. I'm the sequel. Yes, I never get confused with you me playing two children. But they're very well separate from each other. I don't think they have ever really been a part of the campaign at the same time. Do you recall a moment where that has happened?
Or I had to be both of them at the same time.
Well, I had to be.
I don't really think so, no, because we kind of handle it like the Weaver essentially is an NPC. And so is the Seeker, basically.
Yeah,
So they're kind of our NPCs that we switch out and will use when necessary. For the storyline, anyway.
yeah. I mean, for me, the sequel is, when I'm DMing and when it wouldn't make sense for Deekaron to play because I know how it's gonna somewhat go, but
See, I kind of let that's there. See, I'm very complicated. I feel like as a DM in that way, then because I definitely as a player and a DM at the same time. And I say this loosely because most of the time, if I'm playing Tucker, not Deekaron, the Seeker essentially is the one DMing that night.
yeah,
But so that's usually when I play Tucker or the Weaver. But it's very rare that I actually want to play the Weaver because that's cheating. He's literally a demigod. No.
yeah,
But so Tucker can, because he's seen so much of, the astral realm, he sees into it a lot more easily and understands a lot more about it and how it works, so he can kind of call to her in a sense if he were to need help, um and have it potentially work out depending on how well he rolls. That's how I handle that. So, and it doesn't always work in my favor, because if you watched what happened Thursday, it did not work at all.
well, I mean, let's explain about that if they didn't watch on Tuesday live at 8 o'clock Eastern. So, I was the DM that night. They were some for the venue at home, and the river here technically has few characters that she played that night. Parker, her main character, and, and Triton, his twin brother.
Yeah, that was fun. uh Essentially, I was playing both of the twins, and it wasn't always necessary, but for certain things, of course, the trials were difficult. They needed to be difficult, so he needed to participate. But yeah. So I was playing Triton, and his rolls, man. Oh my god. I don't know what the hell was going on, but he was rolling so bad. Like, you as a fighter, you as the Knight of Atlanta, you are a disgrace right now.
Yeah, and
It was bad.
let me clarify one thing for D&D enthusiasts out there. I did not give the surrenders. I did not. It was
Yeah, no,
still,
Triton literally struggled so hard, and it was bad. Like, he hallucinated so hard he took like 29 damage. It was bad.
yeah, it was. But he made it through. Barely, but yes. Now, here's where it comes to fortune. for the campaign right now, we only have maybe 2 to 3 more sessions at best, like people,
Yeah.
and then we get into, whole break, and then we come into January. Well, I'm gonna be the main DM, and we're gonna begin and possibly end a campaign with like 3 to 3 months, depending on how long the break takes.
Um, I was thinking about that, and I think what I'm gonna, as I say, I'm gonna take a break, guys. But let me tell you, once I start doing something, I don't stop until it's finished. And right now, I'm working on book two, and how I'm gonna handle this is I'm going to take everything we've been through so far, condense it, make it work with what I have, and put it into book two. Um, Not everything, because that'd be crazy, like drop kicking children off of rooftops, Baticus. That's just not no. Well,
No,
so after I'm done writing that and fixing it, because I've wrote the first 10 chapters, but there's just some that has to change because of it. Um, because of the not just like the campaign, because really it doesn't have to, but things in personal, like through the campaign and going through with you guys that I have since changed my mind on, or I've added characters to the storyline that make sense. Like the whole point of the Weaver, me, is she's been reaching out to Tucker since the year prior, but she has kind of been trying to present herself in ways that are more normal by his standards, so more human. And when I say more human, I mean she kind of shows him a timeline of a line she kind of like wishes she lived in a sense, like that version of herself when she goes to see him. And that one has a family. That one has, is writing about this and this only and trying to help that experience and push Tucker along to do good things. And he kind of just sees that's really what he thinks for the longest time. And so she was definitely somebody I threw a wrench in there with for a moment because I wanted to be able to connect this woman from book one to book two. And this is how I'm going to do that because she can manipulate the way stories look in dreams because she is the weaver.
yeah. Now, when that break happens, whenever it ends, we will end my campaign at whatever point we stop at. And we will be picking up, putting down as we go.
Yes. So if I had to guess, because I'm definitely that person that will be like, all right, guys, this is what I'm doing. I'm not going to stop until it's done. That's what I do. Um, I'm going to end up updating my book or adding to book two, really. And then from there, where I get to my stopping point again of where I've updated everything, then I'll probably come back. So it'll probably be like you said, about maybe 1, 2, possibly 3 months. And that's mostly because I want to get things where they need to be for them to make sense, for them to flow, all of it. So that when I go back and I edit after all this is said and done, I at least have everything where it needs to be when I pick it back up.
That doesn't mean we'll stop the D&D. That's where my campaign comes in. And it's gonna be about helping a NPC home, Helen to abandoned home.
Yes, and I think it's a great alternative timeline for the boys to end up on. I think it's perfect. And I'm very excited to see how Tucker handles this transition, if you will.
Yeah, because if I may, those were my campaign that I'm planning and the whole book is. There's some overlapping emotional elements with parents. I'm not gonna give whole stuff away, but for my character, all parents basically abandoned her and went to live on a different planet. So it it's
It's fucking
fantasy.
traumatizing. They didn't just leave and not come back, guys. They're not even on the same planet anymore. That's insane.
Yeah, so this is fantasy and science fiction coming together. Fantasy because my world main is a magic system.
Oh, Crasher, how are you?
Hey, Chrysler, do you have any DMS skills you want to talk about for YouTube?
What?
Uh,
We're actually recording a video right now, me and the seeker, for DMing, and he asked you if you had any experience in that realm.
No, I do not. Anyway, my
alright.
bad.
No, that's okay. You made it in the video, bud.
Yeah, but yeah, hey, oh, my whole campaign said it's gonna be an interesting one. Wouldn't you agree with her?
I mean, I'm excited, so yes.
Okay, guys, just some of the software I have only DM'd one, one shot over 3 sessions, and I have DM'd with the river for the past what, few months. You look surprised, the river.
No, I was trying to recall how many times I've done it.
Okay,
And I can count as far as I know because of one shots.
yeah,
About 14.
really. Okay, well, I will say this. We have a very experienced DM, a newbie, and we're all experienced combined. It's interesting to see what's going on. I can't wait to see how home can pick and I can't wait to see where mine takes us. What about you, Weevil? Any final
guess I hope you continue to join us every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most of us are East Coasters except for Crasher here.
Yep.
But yeah, and our podcast releases once a week, and be on the lookout somewhere between Friday and Saturday for that to drop on Spotify. And about 6 p.m., I believe, is the time we chose for when that episode releases. So either of those days around that time is probably when you'll see it. And that's Astral Insight on Spotify.
Alright. With that being said, thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and read the bell to be notified when we post. Bye, guys.